This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We are at Denver Paint. Basically, parent company's been around for over, I don't know how many years, since 1937. You folks got involved in the paint. Let me ask you, how did the company begin all together, and why'd you move into the paint?
My grandfather started the company in 1937. Matter of fact, he was one of the first salesmen that used to travel Route 66 from Illinois to California. We got into the paint about 6 months ago, and we just wanted to experiment with some other products and bring on some new products that we could market locally instead of doing all of our marketing nationally and internationally.
Wonderful. Let me ask you, the Goldbergs, we're talking about 5 generations here. You guys have seen some time here as well. How are you able to offer wholesale to the public? I mean, a lot of times that's reserved for contractors and whatnot, but you actually let folks come on in and buy right here.
Well, that was part of the strategy in bringing this in. Meyer & Frank has always been a wholesale company, and when we brought the paint in, I wanted to be able to offer that same pricing to the public. In order to make this work, I had to have a customer base that was large enough, and only restricting it to commercial people just didn't make enough sense. So we opened it up to the public, and we're offering those prices to them also.
Wonderful. Let me ask you, you got quite a facility here, and is the paint actually mixed right here locally?
Well, we do a little bit of mixing here, but it's not manufactured here.
Okay.
Essentially what we do is we buy from a company that buys from the overstock of major manufacturers, and then they private label it. That's with the new paint. Then we have the blended paint, which is on this side of the warehouse, and essentially I prefer the blended paint term instead of the recycled. Right. There are various centers throughout the country that people will bring their paint into, and it's sorted out by color, and then it's mixed all the reds together, the blues together, the greens together, and then the chemistry is done to make sure the paint product is within chemical spec, and then it's put into the 5-gallon barrels for distribution. And that's just part of how we can offer the low pricing on the blended paint, is because it's delivered on a national basis.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. Are we talking about 2 different types or grades, if you will? Do we have like a premium grade for houses as well as a contractor's grade?
We've got an interior-exterior, which is in the new paint. All of the blended paint that we carry currently is just interior. Okay. Obviously, the interior-exterior is all brand new manufactured paint, and the blended is like I said, the recycled back through the system.
Excellent. Let me ask you, are water-based paints, why are those always a favorite for folks?
Well, they're easy cleanup, they're inexpensive, you don't have the problems like in the 70s with lead-based paints or the cleanup with the oil-based paints. It's real simple, real fast to clean up, and that's probably the biggest advantage of the water-based latex.
Wonderful. We're talking about 1 gallon, 5 gallons. Is there any kind of discount pricing for, let's say, somebody needs 20 gallons or more?
We do have a 20-gallon price, and that's 20 gallons total. So if someone buys 5 gallons of the blended, 5 gallons of a contractor grade interior-exterior, yeah, it's just 20 gallons is just kind of a base to extend them another 10% discount.
Wonderful. One thing I like about the blended paint, like you said, is quite honestly, everyone is trying to do their part for the planet anymore. And is that something that blended is able to do?
It certainly is, because that paint doesn't end up in trash dumps and things like that. It's recycled back into the system and used as it was originally intended, instead of just thrown away. And some of the other nice things about the blended paint is we do a white and we do an off-white also. So most interiors of the houses are done in white, so we can really travel the whole scheme of the colors for most people.
Murray, let me ask you, obviously the paints is something you guys covered, but what about your stains and the accessories?
We do have some wood stains. They run $14.99 per gallon, and we still offer the 20-gallon price if somebody needs to do a large fence or a large deck, so it would be another 10% off that price. We've got those currently in the honey brown, russet, and white, and a mahogany actually. And the stains really move quickly. So if somebody needs that, come in, see what we've got. We're getting different things in all the time, but the stains really move quickly at our price.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. I've seen the term before, mist-tinted paints. Do you guys offer that as well?
We also have the mist-tinted paints, and essentially those are paints that were mixed up for someone and they didn't quite like the coloring and they brought it back to the store, and we sell those for $6.99 per gallon. We have them in the 1-gallon cans and in 5-gallon cans.
So very a scientific approach how you are able to offer wholesale prices to the public out there.
Well, there's some other advantages that we can offer with this. We're in unincorporated Adams County, so we only have 4.8% sales tax, so people aren't paying the additional city sales tax. Plus, when we set this up, we've been in this building since 1969. And what we did is we moved all of our product from this area into the rest of the warehouse. So I don't have any additional overhead, same phone lines, same heat, same lights, same everything else. So we're able to pass that additional savings on to the customers.
Wonderful, and that's basically what contractors have been doing for years, basically dealing with folks direct, straight. There's really no middleman here. You come in and you're able to help people right there. Folks, let me tell you, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. Their website information is right there. Also, their contact information is there as well. They've got a Facebook page. You can go out there, like them right there. If they've got any specials or anything they're doing, they'll keep you apprised of it all right there. Let me ask you, Murray, a lot of folks basically are afraid to come in. Maybe they don't think it's open to the public because it's wholesale. What would you tell them, and give them a hint there?
Well, we've got our signs out front. The public is welcome to come in, look around, and we'll try our best to make the paint that you want and make everything work for you.
Wonderful. Folks, take a look again. That is Denver Paint. You can also see it at denverpaint.com. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. And they're going to walk you through anything you need pretty much. You're talking about blended paints. You're talking about mist-tinted paints. You're talking about brand new exterior, interior paint, contract grade, the premium grade. You pretty much have everything well covered. And like you said, different shades of white on top of all that.
Yeah, and one other thing I wanted to add about the mist-tinted paint is at only $6.99 a gallon, somebody can come in, and for just over $10, you can change an entire room, the whole look. So it's really a great approach to just doing something a little bit different.
I love it. So you're talking about a very economical approach, making a big difference in a whole room.
Sure, and it doesn't have to cost a whole lot of money to do it. You can come in as long as you don't have to absolutely positively have a specific color. We've got different colors in the mist tint, and somebody can come in, have a little bit of fun with it. And like I said, just over $10, you can change the whole room.
The Goldberg's been serving you out there for 5 generations. Murray Goldberg right here at Denver Paint. This is Gary Atensu with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.